we thought it was all getting a bit sort of self-congratulatory. Oh, you did so well. No, you were great. No, you were a brilliant. The whole bromance thing was getting a bit out of hand, so we wanted to give it a bit of grit. And I said, well, I thought, I'm past retirement age, that I could be a police consultant or something, and he could be promoted.
Yeah.
And that was the road we were going down. And then Thames Valley Police said, no, that's not how it works. We've laid off a lot of people, which we subsequently find we're short on expertise, so we rehire them on short contracts. But we wouldn't give them consultancy roles, so that's what we did in the end.
Oh, that's good. So it's based on a real situation.
Real sort of thing, yeah, and it just means that I'm looking over his shoulder when he doesn't want it, and it meant he had to have a sergeant, so Angie came in and again gives it a slightly different...
It does, because we've got two lots of tension there now, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah.
How does that play out over the series without giving too much away?
The animosity between us doesn't last beyond the first film, although we do fight more in the three because of the equal rank.
Yeah.
But having Angie around as well makes a real difference to us. And just as actors, she takes a bit of the weight of the plotting. We tend to get a bit bored of doing the plotting bits in the middle while the guest artists have all the fun being mad murderers and mad red herrings, so she takes some of the weight of that off us,
But I'm amazed to hear that you hadn't had a summer off for 31
years.
That is extraordinary. So that is Morse through Lewis, or is this?
This was Our Frida's End Pet, which started in '82 and '84, and then straight into Morse from that for 7 years, and then Peak Practice for 3 years, and a BBC series called The Broker's Man for a few years, and then back into Morse, back into Our Frida's End Pet, into Lewis, and so it goes on. It's just the summer's disappeared year after year. And my daughter's going through it now. She's busy this summer and was last summer, and her daughter's 7, and so she's taken her away on holiday for a week, the only week they had. I said, well, I was never around when you were kids. So.
Was that a big thing then, that you weren't around? Did you?
Well, I mean, when I say I wasn't around, I've always been lucky that I could work from home. We did a bit abroad for Frida's End Pet, obviously, but for the most part, I was filming near enough to home to commute. So I was around, but not often to go on holidays with them.
Yeah.
Although we went on holiday.
Yeah. And what was it like stepping back into it? Because I mean, this must be such. It must be a second skin, is it?
Yeah, it is a bit. But I mean, I always think of him as a totally different character when I watch it. It's not me that I watch. Although in this first film, there's I can't remember which scene it is when I suddenly thought, well, that's me, that's to me, and not Lewis enough, and it's so much, it's pathetic. It's just I put on a slight accent, but to me it feels on camera that I'm a totally different person. And it's just a double thing in your own head.
Yeah, but it's almost moved closer to you in a sense, hasn't it? Because at the start of it, you're talking about, you can see him wistfully looking out at the garden chair or whatever it is, at the hammock or something.
Yeah.
And because you wanted to get away from the series, of course, it's very neatly done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite clever. But I mean, coming back to it it's very easy to do. We always have the same crew, and we've always.
Have you really? Gosh, that's good.
Right
that's
the way through. It's astonishing.
Is it Mammoth? Who does this?
It's Mammoth, yeah. And several of them were on Morse as well. One of the continuity lady I worked with for 28 years.
God, really? That's brilliant, isn't it?
And 3 of them come out of retirement to do it because they love doing it. And it's a great. I can't tell you what a good atmosphere it is on set. It's a lovely.
Well, you must have all really missed each other. I mean, in a funny way, because I suppose some people thought this might be it.
Oh yeah, we have great fun catching up.
So when you wrapped at the end of the last one, what did you think? Did you think this was it?
No, I didn't. And as I say, I kept saying, particularly to the makeup girls, who we're very close with, because they kind of cocoon us at the beginning and end of the day. that it wouldn't be the end of it. You know, we did, at worst we'd do one-offs or whatever, whatever we could persuade ITV to do instead. But yeah, we just needed a break.
Yeah, of course. And what did you think about the idea of breaking the episode, which is...
I hate it.
I don't like it either. I'm so pleased to hear that. I mean, when someone told me this a few months ago, I thought, God, I just don't like it.
No,
but,
and I've had a lot of complaints from people, but it's difficult. It's one of those things that the longer you do something, the more you realise it's a product that you're making, and the market moves on. And
so it's not about. I thought you can get more ads in because you can advertise at the top and bottom, can't you?
Yeah,
and then
but it's. I don't think it's that. It literally changes every 2 or 3 years. They have different ideas about what suits the schedule best and what is a schedule now anyway. But it's an odd one for us because America still want it as a 90-minute film.
Yeah.
Holland still get it. So we have to do 2 edits. But to maximise whatever they get in England.
Yeah, are they writing it differently then? Is
Yeah.
it, so you have to write it with some sort of a cliffhanger of sorts.
Cliffhanger, and then an awful lot of reiteration in the second half, which I don't think helps at all, and it must look very odd in the ones that are stitched together into a 90-minute film. Why are they going over this again?
Yeah.
So soon? And
yet, I suppose, just to pursue it. I mean, Endeavour is still keeping a single film.
Yeah, but they've all at different times. It's been mooted out, and I don't honestly know the thing. I talked to Peter about it about 3 years ago, just after he dropped Heartbeat, and he gave me an explanation about then the one of the things. So yeah, but it's
so this is something that's been around a lot. So I know the Stephen Tompkinson one. Mean that works. That works well. The figures hold up, don't they?
Right.
But I suppose from an actor's point of view, does it make any difference?
It does, because we find ourselves doing a lot of reiteration as well, as I say, and see you're voicing a lot more plotting by going over what happened last week.
Yeah, because it's interesting because in a detective drama, it's all the detail. I'm a great fan. You obviously are. And you are looking at it really carefully, aren't you?
Yeah, and a week
later,
it's really difficult.
So I'll be interested when I watch the second episode of this. And then I suppose equally though, someone could come in the following week and then pick it up. I mean, is that the hope as well?
Well, no. I mean, as I say, I'm not too sure what the thinking is, but a huge number of people again that complain about it say we never watch we now record the first one or do it all on catch-ups. So we watch the whole thing at once.
I guess, yeah.
And it's probably as much as anything a different day of the week. We always used to be on a Sunday night, and Peter wanted to put something else in or put us on a weekday for whatever reason. They have a different job to do than we do.
So what do you think about the sort of Morse family now? Because it is that, isn't it? We've got, your back. I mean, how does it? Have we got too much? I mean, is it? Does it?
Well,
does it matter?
It doesn't seem to be for the audience, because Endeavour gets a wonderful audience. And we were in America doing publicity this time last year over in Boston, and they love Endeavour as well. And I think Endeavour's extraordinary, particularly as we film all summer. Then they have to film over the winter, poor buggers, so they're stuck in the short days, grim weather, stuck in a shed somewhere, and I think the quality looks excellent on that.